Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. I can't believe we're already in double figures for Season 3. It's episode 10 today of Season 3 and part 127 of the series as a whole. And as we enter double figures for this season, I want to say a big thank you to you guys who have been immense in your support so far. I'm enjoying my snooker more than ever, and it looks like it could be another good episode today against Mark Allen. But we can't count our chickens just yet. In the last episode, we played the first 4 frames of the quarterfinal of the Shanghai Masters against the Pistol, and we lead by 3 frames to 1. So today we're going to play until the end, whether that is 3 frames, we win this 6-1, or whether we go down to a decider. We will play until the end today. I hope you guys are all good, and we continue, if you remember, from Mark Allen's break off in the 5th frame, and he's left a red as a starter.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Good pot.
Really nice opening red.
And with the backspin there, we didn't open up the reds too much, but then at least we've left ourselves an opportunity. That's what I always find with the playing the long red sometimes, that sometimes you get stuck and you haven't got much flexibility in the shot you play, but at least with that, we didn't do too badly, and we got a chance on this blue, and we're going to just try and play fairly straight onto the red to the middle pocket. But this is always a risk. Every long pot is a risk, and always is on the blue. But it's there. Good pot.
He's found some form, that's for sure. 6.
So let's hope we can continue this form throughout this frame. Really, the main aim, I would say, in this frame is to win. In these first 2 frames, is to win at least one of them. Just so we can retain that 2-frame advantage. We saw against Ding that things were made a little bit harder than we wanted, because of the fact that we were 3-1 up and it went back to 3 each, which made things a best of 5 and put a little bit more pressure on us. But hopefully, today, we can win at least one of these first 2 frames. We've got the first opportunity here, albeit it's not the best opportunity, but we are going to see how we get on here, and hopefully it'll be a good result in this frame for us. I'll just play this with no side or top or bottom or anything, just get it off the cushion, and hopefully just line up for a colour, whatever that may be. Blue's potential, but how straight is it? Well, I'm fairly confident with that. That's okay. Lines us up for a red as well.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
We don't have to play it with much power. That gives the pocket every single chance. If we'd have whacked that at 80-90%, maybe it might not have been the accuracy to pot the red, but it was there. Good pot. And we're doing pretty decently in this first frame after the break. Just need to keep this up now. This red on the cushion seems like a decent chance. Got to be pretty accurate with this shot. The black's there. And we are on this red. That's good to see.
Nicely played.
We can probably play a bit more accurately for the black and then open up the reds. Overplayed that a little bit, so we are very much straight on the black, which does leave us in a bit of a spot above it. Very much so. So you've got to play with side spin and hopefully just free one of these reds perhaps. Let's have a look at what our other options are. In summary, we haven't really got one. That could work if we try and get between these 2 reds. Yeah, let's try this.
Playing this with plenty of power.
He won't be happy with that.
It's not worked too great. It's not how the plan was set out to be.
33.
But it was a tricky shot given the position, to be fair. So we'll just have to play a safety here, which isn't ideal. Wants to get this done in one visit, but it was always a risk playing that black. And unfortunately we were just too straight on it and couldn't open up the reds. This looks like it's got the legs to be a pretty decent safety, although hitting that brown full ball wasn't exactly what we wanted, because we have left a little chance on this red, which we played safe on, and he's potted it.
What a magnificent pot that is.
So we have given Mark Allen a chance to get back into this frame.
That's just magnificent. 3.
That's a great shot, that. If he can bring this black into play, he's not going to. He's just going to try and play the snooker on it. Because he obviously realised that he hadn't really got too much of a chance. And I think we might as well play the long pot here.
Well, it goes. Half a chance.
It's there, but the position's a little bit unlucky. Very much so.
1.
Touching ball.
And we've got to play away from this black. So we've just got to hit the cushion here. I don't think that should be a foul, as long as I interpret the rules correctly. That's under hit. Is it going to get to the cushion? No, it's not.
Neil Robertson, 1.
That's considered a push shot, but he's going to play on from there. And luckily it doesn't leave anything on, so that's absolutely fine for us. But this frame has been made a lot harder than potentially it could have been. And we've overhit that as well. But we've avoided the red, which is a bit of luck. And then we're going to... Nope, that red is left on. So, not our cleanest play so far, really isn't. And this is what I was fearing, to be honest, at the start of this session. And I don't think Mark Allen will need a second chance. So I think he will win this frame, unfortunately for us. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. If you can't do it in one visit, you need to get it ultra safe. Or else you'll be challenged a lot, especially by these real good players. And as long-term viewers know, I'm not the best positional player. And that lets us down sometimes a little bit, I feel. Oh, he's got away with that, but he's potted the red. Well, that's unfortunate for Mark Allen. Do feel from a bit there. But this means we get away with it, and we are back into this frame. Potted the blue, split the reds really nicely, and I thought he potted the cue ball in the first instance. But actually it wasn't, it was the... that's amazing, that. Really do feel sorry for Mark Allen there. Because on the balance of things, he probably should well have won this frame. But he still can. Very much so. Attempting with his black to get the two reds free from one another. Although that might not be the easiest job ever. Getting them free from one another is one thing. Leaving a potting chance is another. But that's not too bad at all. I think we can be happy with that. And we've very much got out of jail free in this frame. Mark Allen had a real opportunity to win it. And just mucked up by playing the shot a little bit too hard. We've done that before. We know completely how it feels to muck things up like that. Just play it a little bit too hard and pot the red. And, well, as I said, sometimes there isn't too much you can do about that, is there? Just going to see what the angle on the red's like from this position that we're attempting to get. There's always the risk of the potential snooker. So we're not overplaying this, but we have. This could be worrying, but actually it's hit the blue. I was just worrying a bit about the cue ball ended up behind the blue and snookering us on this red, but it's okay. So red we've got, and just a colour over a yellow needed. Secure the frame. Yellow would mean that Mark Allen can come back and draw this frame, which we don't really want.
Just the green required.
And green's there, and snooker's required for Mark Allen here.
15.
And you have to feel for Mark. He had a real chance there.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here.
But ultimately, we're here to pick up the pieces.
What a wonderful...
Just as he would have done if we made a mistake. So I'm sure he wouldn't feel sorry for us if that's what happened. But nonetheless, he's given us the opportunity, but we've still had to clear the balls. And that's what we've done. And so, after 5, we're 4-1 up and in a very, very strong position. Going into frame 6.
Just the colours left now. Well, an excellent pot.
25.
Might as well play these just for a bit of practice, really, as you probably all know. Again, I'm not the best at playing these. Particularly when it's close to the cushion, we want to avoid that on the most part. I mean, that's okay, that's fine
28.
for the brown. If you're confident playing with top, it's not so bad being close to the cushion, but if you do rely on black backspin as much as I do, then being close to the cushion can leave you in a little bit of a niggle, a little bit of an issue. But, nonetheless, in this frame at least, we've won it. We're going to be 4-1 up at this point. And Mark Allen is the man under pressure to perform a pretty good comeback. Comeback? Don't know what I was talking about there. Pretty good comeback was what I was going for, but just come out with a random list of syllables.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
Yeah, that wasn't the best shot in the world, was it? But it really doesn't matter at this point. We've won the frame.
43.
And we're 2 frames away. And you have to say that, well, I don't want to make the action a bit boring at this point, but it would be a pretty good effort from Mark Allen to bring it back now.
Neil Robertson, 43.
Realistically, he's going to need a decider at this point,
Frame.
because you would think that, well, I'd certainly hope that we'd win 1 frame before frame 11.
Thank you. The 6th frame. Neil
Well,
Robertson,
obviously we'd have to do, wouldn't we, yeah, that was a bit of a silly comment. We'd have to win 1 frame before frame 11 to make it a decide, but I meant before frame 10, actually. Want to make sure we win a frame before frame 10. And really, we want the match to be over by frame 10, but we can't get too complacent. We've been guilty of that very much so in the past,
They'll want to get this
and we just need to focus on every frame. But obviously, particularly in this frame, or any frame, to be honest, in the next few, it would be great to get that 5th frame on the board for us. But a very good safety shot there from Mark. Just going to play this thin, though.
He's attempting to get the white tight on the cushion.
It's not quite gone right. That's okay, actually, as long as it pulls up. That makes things a little bit awkward for Mark Allen here. We don't leave anything on, but that's an aggressive shot, and he's hit the blue. That's fatal usually, and it is in this situation as well. So we've got a chance to make it 5-1. But with shots like that, it's not the best shot you could play. Just don't underhit that. But we got away with it in that instance, but in many, you wouldn't.
He's missed it. Not a good shot.
And that's what I'm talking about. Silly shots like that. That just proves complacency. I hinted at it straight away, didn't I? Straight away I hinted that
Position looks good for a colour.
we were a bit awkward on that black. And because he didn't play it at the right pace, well, Mark Allen's got a chance now, and there's only one man's fault that is, and that's us. It's Mark Allen who opened the Reds up, so you could argue he deserves this chance, but he mucked up the positional shot
Excellent shot.
Quality cueing
because he hit the... Well, it wasn't a positional shot as such, it was the safety shot that he mucked up because he hit the blue.
15.
But he's getting a chance now, and that's the sort of thing we want to avoid.
Looking to drop this in gently.
16.
But we've got a freak frame cushion, so it's not a shot that's worth worrying about too much. Not particularly sure what's going on here. Taking a long time over this. I was worried because the opponent, his thinking screen didn't come up. I thought, oh god, has the game crashed?
Well, he's a little fortunate there. Not what he was intending.
Played that bit
Mark
rubbish,
Allen,
didn't they?
16.
I mean, granted, it's a decent shot. Because it leaves everything safe. And that is a rubbish response. Really crap. Didn't want to play it that hard, but even so, we would leave a few balls on, and that wasn't great at all. Really wasn't.
He's no gimme.
Fabulous pot.
Superb cue ball control there. ideal position.
So you could argue that this hasn't been the cleanest of starts, for either player in this second session. So we've got to make sure that it's us who have the impetus to go and do well here, rather than Mark Allen.
Into the right corner.
8.
Because if he wakes up, then it could be very dangerous, and we could be looking at a potential 5-4 comeback. You just never know. Gets one frame here, and it can all get a bit disastrous very quickly. But we shouldn't focus on that. We should just focus on our own game. If we play well, I fundamentally believe that we'll beat Mark Allen today. Fundamentally believe. I thoroughly believe. And with shots like that,
Mark Allen. 9.
Mark Allen is going to struggle. But you have to feel he almost played that like a safety, because he's not left anything on at all. Hopefully we don't hit the blue on the way back. But as I mentioned in the last video, I'm a bit crap at my angles and all that, so we'll find out. We got away with it that time. Well, this could be a decent shot. It's not bad at all. If he really wants to try that red on the cushion, then go ahead. But no, she's going to play a safety one, which I don't blame him for doing. So the safety battle once again ensues here. This could be a good shot. Overhit that a little bit, unfortunately. I think if we'd have hit that a little bit less in terms of the power, a little bit softer, we could well have ended up behind the green, but we're still safe, unless he's going for this as a pot, which I don't think he did. That was more what we were aiming for. No, that red won't go. How tight is this red to the cushion? Is it worth having a punt? There's a little bit of a gap between the red and the cushion. Yeah, it's not too bad of a chance, actually. If it's right on the cushion, then it's, for me, a bit of a no-go. But we're going to have a punt at this. It's there.
That's just brilliant. What a shot.
If it was right on the cushion, I'd avoid it. But seeing as it wasn't, I think it was a decent chance. And, well, we're in here. Just need to use this chance well. Don't want to hit this too hard.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
Brown, and he just dropped there. Just to make sure we got position on a red. That was all that was for. Playing with fire a bit there, because that could have gone very wrong. It's okay, we've moved one red. As long as we can get up for this yellow, I'm not too fussed.
6.
And we can play the black, but yeah, not too confident in that. Especially with this being a pivotal frame, in my opinion. Really is. Is the gate going? Not sure what to do here. I think we're just going to hit and hope. It's the best thing we can do. Could well hit the black, could well have gone for the black, but just didn't want to bother with it. That's not a bad positional shot, actually. At all.
8.
I know somebody said that it would be worth me hitting the practice table, and I do agree with that.
9.
Because in games like this, when the margins are so tight, it doesn't help when you're a little bit awkward on some shots. Our queuing's not too bad, but I think I agree with whoever it was. I can't remember who commented. I do apologise. You should know who you are. Good avid viewer of the series. The name's just gone out of my head. Might well have to have a look at the comments section at the end of the frame, because I do want to give him a shout out.
16.
But yeah, queuing's not too bad from us. It just needs a little bit of work. I think if we are serious about our aim of trying to win more tournaments this year, trying to come back and be one of the best players on the tour, then probably a bit more practice at a variety of shots is needed in different situations.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
Oof, that was lucky that went. Just adjusted it a little bit before playing the shot and it seemed to be worthwhile. Pink should go here, but yeah, I think it will.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
Yep, good pot.
Tremendous pot.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
29.
Could done with avoiding the red there, to be quite honest. But there's a gap through for the blue. That's probably the best shot to play here. But very close. Not many points scored this frame.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Because of how safety driven it's been.
That's a top shot.
But this would be a serious achievement to make it 5-1. I feel like that we've very much, if we can win this frame, that is, very much got away with it so far. We've not played too well, in my opinion. Yet we've still got away with winning at least one of the two frames, if not both here.
Half a chance here.
Big shot this.
Excellent pot.
Good pot.
Superb.
Position looks pretty good to me.
41.
Try and get for the pink, and then we can play
To the right corner.
a bit of better backspin, I would say, for the
That's an excellent.
red, but it's not worked. We've played that too hard as usual, but because we are straight on the black pretty well, we can get on the red as well. So this will put us 25 ahead with 35 left.
49.
So red and a colour needed. Wasn't too bad. I think we'll go for the pink though here as opposed to the black, just to get a bit... maybe not. But we're a bit straighter on the pink. Still get position with this black quite nicely.
Black ball required.
Just the black ball needed. And it's there.
Down it goes.
So barring snookers,
That should be
we are 5-1
Wait
up
for his opponent to win the frame now.
against Mark Allen in this Shanghai Masters quarter-final. And it's a long way back for the pistol from here, you have to say.
Just the colours to go. No problem.
But I guess if we didn't deserve it, then we wouldn't be 5-1 up.
59.
So we can't beat ourselves up too much. Just trying to find who left that comment. It was Liam Mills. I knew it was Liam. Just couldn't think of your last name. There we go, Liam Mills. Who suggested we should get on the practice table a bit more. I do agree with you there, Liam, to be honest. And I think he said something in his comment about topspin shots, etc. and playing more of a variety of shots. And I couldn't agree more. And especially over these next few weeks when I've got a bit more time because of this terrible pandemic that's going on at the moment. It probably is worth picking up the cue a little bit more. But from the scoreline, you wouldn't suggest we need to do that. But I think we, as I said, we have got a little bit lucky in these two frames. But nevertheless, this will be quite a good break. Considering where we were early on in the... Was it this frame? Or I think it was this frame where we missed the black. But just the black to go in this frame. Be a break, pretty good break of 84, sorry, if we can win this. Good clearance. And it's 5-1 to Robbo. Come on! So just one frame needed out of the next 5 then
And the frame.
to go and get to the semi-final.
Play to take that frame.
This is a great result so far for us, but Mark Allen,
To break.
we all know how good a player he is. He's beaten us in so many deciders and broken our hearts so many times. And our aim here is to do the same back to him.
He just wants to ensure he gets this cue ball tight to the cushion with the shot.
Have a look what our looks like here. A little bit too straight on that green. Yeah, I want it to avoid the green really, but oh well. Safety is something we can improve on as well. I do like the fact that the practice table is a feature on Snooker 19. I haven't used it yet, actually. It's been in the game for a while now and I haven't got round to using it. So I don't know if you can set up situations or just knock in balls. I'm not really sure. But that's a great pot. Really is for Mark Allen on the red. Start him off here in this 7th frame. But there have been chances before where he started and just not seemed to get the momentum to finish. So we'll see how he gets on here. He's going to struggle a bit here. Just wonder whether he's going to play the safety. Oh, no, he's going for the pink. Completely missed that he was on that then. Plonker. Just looking at the black and I thought that was awkward. But no, he was on it quite alright.
12. 13.
And I'll tell you something, I definitely would not be taking on this black. And he's not either, he's just playing the safety. Good shot. Good shot from Marco there.
That's what he was after. Nicely played.
Mark Allen, 13.
Pace is key, and he certainly doesn't want to overhit this.
Good way to get out of that snooker, that was. Very good. Seeing as we are 5-1 up, there wasn't too much risk involved, but that was very good. Very rare we get out of a snooker without leaving a pot on. Just would prefer he didn't put us in any more snookers. And as I said before, seeing as we've got the gap, I think this sort of shot is worth a punt.
He's going for it.
Great pot. Brilliant.
One.
So where do we go from here?
So, this pot into the right corner.
That's a really good split.
That's where we go, but where is the cue ball going to end up?
6.
What are we on? And the answer is not a whole lot. It's a good split, alright, but it's not the best shot. Play a bit of a shot to nothing here.
He's taking it on.
Do I? Don't I? No. I've got absolutely no confidence with that red, to be honest. I'm just going to play the safety. Get it up the table. I overhit that massively.
Neil Robertson.
I don't think we give too much away, though, because I think that... Oh, no. Blue doesn't block a red.
1.
Worth playing. I think that was a shot worth playing with the risk.
8.
But our positional shots have been quite weak today. Especially in this episode. Not so much in the game as a whole, but in this episode they've been quite weak. And you have to say, it's only a matter of time before Mark Allen actually takes a chance and wins a frame. But we're still in a very strong position. Going for a blue, and he's played that beautifully.
Looks possible when he's cueing this well.
14.
It's exactly right from Neil Folds, which makes me wonder how on earth he is 5-1 behind. Don't want to belittle ourselves too much. Don't want to say, well, we don't deserve it, because any player that's 5-1 up has obviously played fairly well.
20.
It's more awkward than he would have liked.
21.
If he plays well here, should be 5-2.
Nicely onto a red.
27.
It's happened before where he's blown it at this point, so
28.
I won't be putting all my stake on Mark Allen winning this frame. And that's betting stake, not beef steak. Before anybody could put it in the comments. What are you on about steak for? It's a decent split. It's not worked though. You have to go for this red and he's playing safe on it.
Mark Allen, 35.
That wasn't the best, to be honest. He just ran out of luck in terms of position. And I think it might as well go for a whirl on this red. And it's there. Can we do what we've done so many times in this match so far?
1.
And steal the frame from the pistol. And has he fired his last shot? Do you like that? Just made that up.
8.
Still a fair way back in this frame, so certainly not over yet for Mark Allen.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
9.
Not very often I get any sort of praise from Neil Fold. Thank you very much, sir. Let's think about this. Yeah, I'm going to apply the pink next. Then we can get on the cushion and apply the red on the cushion. The solitary red, that is. The one that's on its own.
16.
So we applied the black. I think we'd struggle, to be honest, to get on a red.
This is
Just
being
that little
played
bit
towards the left
more
middle
control on the pink. Let's have a look how we've ended up. It's not too bad at all. Going to be a long pot.
He's lost position here.
Oh, shut up.
22.
As bad as Neil Fold's ending.
Looking to run this along the cushion.
Ooh, that's
So
unlucky.
close, but he's missed it.
That is unlucky. Those usually go.
Neil Robertson, 22.
That's unfortunate, that. Especially played at that pace. Yeah, we did all the donkey work there, but he's just going to tap that in.
1.
So let's see what approach he takes here. To
6.
be fair, he's got on the red very well.
7.
So colour and red required. And he's done well. Fair play. Fair play to Mark Allen. I think he deserves one frame in the grand scheme of this. It's a little bit unfortunate we were there with that red, I feel. Very rare at that pace that they miss. But it's 5-2 as Mark Allen started the comeback of all comebacks. I hope not.
27.
But as I said before, I think that out of the 3 frames, he at least deserves one out of them, for goodness sake. It'd be very harsh to say he doesn't.
38.
But 7 frames down. It's 2-1 today.
40.
And that means
And the frame.
it's 5-2.
And now the frame is his.
So on to frame 8. It's our turn to break.
Neil Robertson to break.
And how do we look? Not too bad. We have left a red, potentially. Don't know if blue can obstruct that. Yeah, it does, certainly for a potting chance anyway. It's not gone well at all. That's unfortunate.
That's a poor shot, really.
Yeah.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
1.
Okay, so Mark Allen has another chance here. We want to be careful that this doesn't descend into
Well, it
a run
goes.
for Mark
Not a
Allen.
chance.
Could happen though. With that sort of shot. Unfortunate. Hit on the brown, and that's going to be the end of that.
Mark Allen.
So safety time once again. Shouldn't be anything that he fancies there, you wouldn't think. Especially with the back of his mind thinking that this any bad shot could be his last. It's a good shot though.
You need good control over the pace of the white with this shot.
Do playing that a little bit harder, couldn't we? But again, I just don't think, given the way this game's going, that Mark Allen's going to take a punt here.
So he's looking to play safe again.
He does. Oh no, he's playing safe. Ooh, didn't work. Really didn't that. Oh, you jammy so and so. That red doesn't go, does it? You jammy git. If we play with left hand side, just doesn't work, does it? As close as we can get. It's not going to go. That is unfortunate for us. Going to make sure Mark Allen can't pop that either. Just give it a nice tap. We've missed it. Just overplayed that. I think we did anyway. We either hit it very thin or missed it, but I'm sure we missed that. Yeah, we did.
Lack of composure, perhaps.
Foul and a miss.
Not the worst in the world, though. It's okay. But here's another chance. Worth taking on, I think. And it's there. But where's the white? It's okay. So, what can we make of this chance?
He's an expert long potter and he's taking this on.
So we're on the red on the cushion.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
Overplayed that a little bit. It's a bit awkward in terms of our position.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner.
We've missed that. Unless we get very lucky. Yep.
Not the quality we'd expect from a player of his skills.
Neil Robertson, 6.
Again, it just feels like we're not getting much of an opportunity at the moment, but he's not going to take on a pot, which I don't blame him for, to be honest. But, well, that was a bizarre safety there.
And it hasn't worked out all that well.
And it's amazing how hard you can hit a shot just as a hit and hope it goes, and it just doesn't. Just hasn't gone as well as I hoped there.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
Give this blue a go, but it's there. Lovely pot.
6.
A feeling, yeah, we can't get to that red. That's disappointing. And that's just too tight. The one that's up here at bulk. So another tight one needed. Again, I wouldn't be playing a lot of these shots if I was 5-2 up. I was going to say 5-1 up.
Tricky pot along the cushion here.
But it's a weird frame, this. Really is. Perhaps should have played that with a bit more power, knowing how tricky it was last time to pot this blue.
Long pot, right up his street.
Oh, well, we've missed it that time. That's not much of a surprise.
Some luck there, and he didn't get it.
And we just don't get the look there. I mean, you know, if it was us bloody playing that, it would stay on the cushion. We'd be nowhere on the red, but he's lined up quite nicely for this red. This is the most bizarre of the frames so far. We do need a chance to get us over the winning line, and I feel we're not going to get one of those yet. Just not going our way at the moment. But you could say we got a bit lucky in the first two frames, so swings and roundabouts.
6.
But just knowing we need one more frame, that's going to hang over our head, I think, even more than Mark Allen.
Left corner here.
Mark Allen's going to be a bit determined. Although he's not left a great chance here. He's just going to try and get up behind the brown, but he's really mucked that up. Could have been a good shot there, but he has made a complete rollicks of the whole thing there.
This is tough.
So chance for
What a
us.
great shot that is.
Best one we've had of the frame, definitely.
1.
So we need to work at this and see what we can do. Let's play the red. Try and get in a position where we can play the black and hit the reds open. Which is our problem, really. We only really have that strategy as a path to get the reds open.
Nicely onto the black.
9.
Play with some side here to have
Looking to play
optimum
this with a lot
effect.
of power. That's a good split. He's got a
Good
real
split,
chance
but
here.
where's the potting opportunity? That's the most important thing. They always say good split, but it's not a good split in my eyes if the potting opportunity's not there. And I thought that might have been our chance, but it's not there. Not a chance. So shot to nothing here.
Pop this into the left corner pocket.
It's not too far off, to be fair, but it's not there.
I want to try and tighten up his game a little.
I mean, what could we have done there? Sure, we could play a safety, but
16.
no, no safety, it's not going to work. But just a safety there from Mark Allen, and my God, that hasn't worked. For a man ranked number 3, he has played some silly shots this afternoon. And to be honest, for a man ranked number 11th, we've justified our place well, because we've played some pretty poor shots, but as you could see, especially in this instance, we've really got away with it.
1.
But I know the Slistrel put in a comment, it was quite a while ago, when we played Luca Brissell and smashed him. You can only play who's in front of you.
6.
And that, I think, is a really true comment. No good beating yourself up and saying, well, I haven't played so well today. You can only play who's ahead of you. Or in front of you,
7.
were the words he used. And hopefully, this should be the chance we need to close this game out.
12.
But I wouldn't bank on it just yet.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
So I'll play the long pot on the red. That's the aim there.
18.
He's taking on the pot along the cushion.
Very awkward because it's right on the cushion. What's I look like? Good.
That's a top shot. Well played.
He'll be very happy with the position here.
19.
We are looking good. Every ball we play, every pot we get, puts us closer to a place in the last 4 of the Shanghai Masters. That probably wasn't the best shot.
The cue ball a touch here.
27.
Well, he's taking it on.
Just this yellow needed, though, as a matter of fact, to... well, he can level it up at this point.
29.
But it requires Snooker to win the frame, so... opportunistic shot on the red to come.
Just the red needed here.
And it's there. But where's the cue ball?
Got it.
Well,
It'll be frustrating.
that's gone wrong, but actually,
Neil Robertson.
because we potted the red,
4.
and despite us potting the cue ball, Mark Allen now needs snookers to win the game. As you can see, we're 39 ahead with 35 remaining on the table. And because of that lovely pot, there's only 27 left now, and we're 40 ahead. So is he going to come back to the table at this point? I can't see it.
Into the
Pot
left
this,
centre.
pot this pink. Be 46 ahead with 27 remaining. And we'll just play up to the yellow, and I think it will be time to shake hands. 46 left, 46 ahead with 27 remaining. I can't see him coming back.
Neil Robertson. 7.
Honestly, I don't know how we've done that, but we have.
Well,
And we get through to the semi-final. We have beaten Mark Allen by the same score as we did in the first session, by 3 frames to 1 again. That means that overall, we beat Mark Allen by 6 frames to 2. And we are through to our second successive Shanghai Masters semi-final. Now, who it's going to be? I wonder who it is going to be, because it's either going to be Selby, Trump, I'm not looking at the screen, by the way, at the moment, Williams, Higgins, and it's Mark Williams. I had a funny feeling it was going to be Williams before I started recording. I know that it's academical to say that now because it is Williams, but that's interesting. We've got a good record against Mark Williams recently, so hopefully we can continue that in the semi-final. It's the best of 19 then to get to the final. I've got a funny feeling the final, if we get there, is a best of 21 or 23. No, it can't be best of 23, can it? You what? Can it? Of course it can. I think it's best of 21 though, the final, but we've got to get there first. So next episode, it'll be the next 3 episodes, we'll play this one over. We'll probably do I mean, we could do it in... Oh, well, we could do it in 2. We could do it in... Well, we can't do it in 1. But we could do it in 2. If, obviously, we get, I don't know, 14 frames done and a player's won it. That's what I mean by that. But over the next 3 episodes, we'll be playing against Mark Williams. Probably doing the model of playing 6, 6, 6, 7. So, play to the end of that episode 3. But play 6 frames in the first 2. But that is going to be an interesting video, an interesting series of videos. So over the next 3 videos, you'll find out whether we can beat another Mark and probably put ourselves in the final against another Mark in the name of Mark Selby. Probably. That's probably what's going to happen. Has to be said, we did get away with that a little bit today, but we have beaten Mark Allen by 6 frames to 2. And all that stands between us and the final of the Shanghai Masters is the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams. So subscribe and hit the notification bell to get a notification when those videos do come out. But most importantly, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed and comment your thoughts as well. Thank you very much for your support on Snooker 19. And until part 128 of the series as a whole, that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.